Dress like a pro. You're looking live and down. We are nearly ready for...
Well, for Bradley Beal...
It sure is. Thanks, David. So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Ball runs the point with Beal at the 2. Brown out there with Hachimura. And it's Wagner in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Los Angeles, Green and Lebron at the 2 and the 3. Anthony Davis is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the point guard position. Wall with it. On the wing, Brown. The 3. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Of course, for some players now in their second seasons, you can tell just how big the jump is between that first year and their second year in the league.
I think, Kevin, it's probably the single biggest growth opportunity. One of the things that happens is the game slows down for second-year players. Very rarely do you see a guy take a step backwards. They're comfortable, they're more confident, and they know what to expect.
Here's Beal, following the basket by Anthony Davis. He gets that one.
I like the commitment from Bradley Beal to take it inside and attack the defender.
LeBron against Beal. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. And so it's Beal who brings the ball up for the Washington Wizards. Wagner passes to Wall. And Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Shooting one.
And looking back, an underrated part of the DeRozan-Kawhi trade, the Raptors also getting Danny Green. Green, one of the better 3-and-D wings in the league, way more than a throw-in.
The free throw drops for Green. And you look at Danny Green's play at both ends. Hard to believe the Spurs gave him up.
I mean, over 40% from long range, locked down defensively. Not a lot of flash, but plenty of substance to his game.
Here's Hachimura. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game.
Boy, not a bad beginning. 3 for 4 from the floor. Pretty good start.
Now here's James. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Boy, they came ready to play. That's 4 straight buckets to start the game.
Wall finds Beal. They get a hand on it, and stolen by James. And here they go. And the dunk by James.
Well, Danny Green excels at recognizing when his teammates have open looks and putting it on the money. Nicely done.
Wizards have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Outside, Wall. Green against Beal. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
Caldwell Pope with it, picked up by Brown. And James gets it to go on the assist by Caldwell Pope. James has got 6.
Boy, do they look sharp. I mean, everything falling for them.
Pass to Beal. There's the triple. The Lakers with the rebound. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Wizards team.
And just couldn't make the most of their meetings last year. Ended up splitting the season series.
So why does LeBron James have the ball in his hands? Because look at that 6th sense. Wow, what a pass.
Here's Wall. Following the basket by Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Pulls up on the elbow. They get the rebound. Wagner. And that one is stuffed right through.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what? Greg, he loves that part of the game, and it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
And when he takes it inside, the points are going to come, whether like that possession or just getting to the line.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. You look at James, what a contribution.
And he's been taking it to the rack all game, and they haven't been able to contain him. They have to put up better fight on the inside.
Now here's Wall. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Outside Beal from outside the arc, and that comes off the assist by John Wall. 7 points for Beal.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
And they double up James. Now the pass to Green. LeBron James on the wing. Clock at 6. Here's Davis. Again, the Lakers.
As dangerous as he is inside, Davis gives opponents nightmares when he's able to get to the mid-range. He's very reliable when he steps back and takes the jump shot.
Now here's Beal. He has 7. Bucket is good.
So far, both teams scorching the Nets. You gotta love it.
Well, you love it when you can get off to a fast start offensively. You hate it, though, when your opponent does the same.
Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
That's good. Hits.
Well, Scott Brooks now in his 4th year as coach of the Wizards, and it's been a bit of a mixed bag for him so far in his tenure in the D.C. area. And think about it, guys, under the gun now because the GM who hired him was now let go.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Thomas Bryant comes in for Mo Wagner, and it's Bertanis in for Hachimura. Free throw good, LeBron. And Doris for Brooks. He'll be doing what he can to get this team back in the playoff hunt.
And I think, Kevin, the area they must address is the defensive end of the floor. Listen, they have thrived offensively under Scotty Brooks. But this team, if you're going to get into the playoffs and thrive, you've got to be a quality defensive unit.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
And the Wizards with possession, following the bucket by the Lakers. Wall, no luck. Lakers leading by 8. To the middle, it's stolen by Bertans. Caldwell Pope against Wall. Pass to Bryant. Back to Wall. Pass to Beal. Beyond the arc. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Well, I'm telling you, this guy is doing everything he can to get them where they want to be. He's been on a mission in this period.
And that one's good by Davis.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Here's Wall. Green with the block.
I'll tell you, for a 2-guard, Danny Green gets a ton of blocks. Great use of his length.
The drive by LeBron.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
Wall passes to Beal. Tipped away. Caldwell Pope with it. Now Beal defending. Here's Davis, and Davis throws it down.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end, Greg. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Outside, Beal. 1:10 left in the first. Back to Wall. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
Well, Bradley Beal increasingly becoming a dangerous playmaker. What a pretty pass.
Now here's LeBron. He had 40 points in the win against New Orleans.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, just his effort level was off the charts. The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Los Angeles shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor, something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And that one falls for Davis.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Wall attacking. Caldwell Pope with some nice D.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
James looking it over. Jacks up a three, and that one released in time, but no good. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Los Angeles on top as they end the first quarter with a huge surge, an 18-7 run. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. One of the premier point guards in the NBA, John Wall.
My season wouldn't mean nothing to me if I don't make the playoffs.
Well, that's the mindset you have to have.
You know, individual accolades are great, but team success is what it comes down to.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, the Lakers are pretty much in control here.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for the Lakers right now, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Green is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's McGee in at the 5 spot. And some changes here for the Lakers. Markieff Morris is checked in for JaVale McGee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Green, and it's Alex Caruso in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's sent back by Bryant. Beal with it, picked up by Kuzma. Wasted no time on that one. 12 points for Beal.
That jumper translates to every spot on the floor. Bradley Beal becomes harder and harder to guard.
The shot's good from Kuzma.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Napier finds Bryant. Now Beal. Back to Bryant. Six to shoot. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. Doris, if you were going to build a team around one player, who would that player be?
Well, I think because of his age and continued growth opportunity, I would probably say Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's playing at an MVP level. He's still got another decade where he's probably in the peak range of his playing capabilities. And the reality is Giannis still has so much growing to do. He's a force at the rim. He continues to build that three-point game. And Kev, once he gets that in-between game, he will be unguardable.
Can't argue with that at all. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the call on Washington with the foul. The Lakers have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. First one falls for them.
Well, for Washington, D.C. basketball, they have one title to their name, the champs back in '78.
What a run that was for that team led by the great Wes Unseld. But boy, in the 40 years since that title, my goodness, fans of this franchise have waited so patiently for that return to greatness. When will it come?
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
And Caruso's got the ball here for Los Angeles. Here's James, and he banks in the layup. LeBron's got 15.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now the Lakers on the break for the finish. And Kuzma slams it in.
And with his size and athletic ability, playing above the rim, not an issue for Kuzma.
Pass to Bryant. Dishes to Beal. Kicks to Napier. 5 to shoot. Shoots from the elbow. Again, the Wizards good for 2.
Working against size, he's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
I'll tell you, the analytics crew may not like the mid-range, but sometimes you just got to put it in the basket.
Now here's James. 15 points in the game. A 3 from Morris. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
I think it shows you all the hard work Morris has put in to try and extend his range.
Now Napier. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Phoenix. Morris against Bryant. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Thomas Bryant. 2 shots.
And that one misses. And the second free throw, good. Lakers leading by 15. James, the pass to Morris. Over Bryant.
I got him.
Kuzma kicks to LeBron. And they double up James. Outside, Davis. James against Beal. 7 for 9 now with that miss. Now shooting 78% from the floor. Takes a shot at the elbow. The shot that time not on target. And it's the Lakers the other way. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Yeah, they were able to maintain focus in a hostile environment, and that led to taking shots that made sense.
Well, I'm sure they're still enjoying that one. You love going into a tough building, tough place to play, and shooting the lights out. Nothing like silencing the crowd.
Here is Bryant. Following the basket by Anthony Davis. Bryant, an amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Here's James. He's got 15. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Left side, Bryant. Back to Napier. Outside, Bryant. There's Beal with the 3. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
He nailed 2 from distance in the opening period, now gets this one. When he first came into the NBA, many thought Bradley Beal would be a mostly catch-and-shoot shooting guard. But this guy is proven he can definitely shoot, but there's so much more to his game. He can create for others. He can get himself off on the bounce. He is a terrific all-around guy now.
Here's Napier, following the basket by Kyle Kuzma. Unloads from 13, and the Wizards getting another bucket right there. Here's James, 17 points in the game. Morris right side, over Bryant, and there's Morris. That's good on the assist by James. Morris has got 5 points in the quarter. And with Beal doors, he's been more aggressive at attacking the rim.
And Kevin, it's worked out for him because he's gotten to the line more. And that allows you to become a consistent scoring presence. Boy, the dynamic nature of Beal's offensive game has really elevated.
6 on the shot clock. He can't get that one.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
This guy is unguardable in the open floor. When LeBron gets into space, you might as well turn the lights out, Kevin.
Here's Napier, following the bucket by the Lakers. Stolen. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Morris with the ball, and that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. For the Wizards, Mo Wagner's checked in for Davis Bertans. Hall comes in for Hachimura. And it's Ish Smith in for Shabazz Napier.
Taking a look at some stats for Davis, the past month has been surreal. He's getting around 28 points per, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. And what is crazy is that these numbers might not even do his game justice. He's been phenomenal.
Feels like every night this guy does something that just blows your mind. So fun to watch, someone the other players look up to.
Wall, no luck. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. They lead by 20. It's the most we've seen.
I'll tell you, if LeBron never scored a point, he'd still be valuable to an offense. How good a pass is that?
Here's Wagner. Looking for Wall. He gets it there. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. And again, the turnover by the Wizards.
Just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
43 seconds left to play in the first half. To the left wing. Here's Caruso, covered by Smith. And that one, good.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Ryan passes to Wagner. The dish to Beal. They double-team Beal. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Wall wide open. Drills the three-pointer. Wall's got 5 now.
How much confidence in his jump shot. John Wall has the green light off the pass.
Tries from 7.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical. This guy, he's always reading the situation, reacting quickly and capitalizing.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. His performance that quarter has earned him a double-double. Seems like he's been everywhere in this game. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Contavious, you guys came out with a lot of energy in the first half. What got you going?
Like you said, we came out with a lot of energy. We wanted to get easy basket layups, knock down shots.
You got all that and more in that first half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 21 points, 2 block shots, and 1 rebound. He's been playing extremely well lately and making some new highlights for us already in this one. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
More often than not, Ernie, LeBron tries to involve his teammates early, but he came in ready to shoulder the load tonight. Terrific all-around performance in the first half.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Washington?
Well, they're obviously facing a hot shooting team tonight. That combined with a lackluster effort on defense, recipe for disaster. Without major improvements defensively, this game is OVA. Over.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Here is Cook. Second half is underway, and here's who Scott Brooks has got on the floor. Ball runs the point with Beal at the 2. Hachimura out there with Brown, and it's Wagner in at the center, locking down the middle. Now, here's Kuzma.
Hey, who got him?
Shoots over Brown. Again, Los Angeles.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Wall dishes to Beal. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen. And now, let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Washington Wizards. On Sunday, they'll be facing Kawhi Leonard and the Los Angeles Clippers. And then on Tuesday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic.
And for the matchup with the Heat, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
On defense, Washington, following the basket by Kyle Kuzma. Morris with the bucket.
Oh, Morris making things look easy right now. What a rhythm.
Wall passes to Hachimura. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. They double-team Beal. Here's Wagner. Good, it's Beal picking up the assist.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Here's Waiters. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Here's Wagner. He's guarded by Howard. Ball's knocked loose. Howard with the steal. And here's the fast break. Here's Cook. Wall with a block.
Now you see the wingspan and the timing by John Wall. What a defensive effort.
Kuzma finds Waiters. Back to Kuzma. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. Here's Morris. The pass to Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability. And John Wall, of course, having to fight back from that torn Achilles, but also is now having to play up to that supermax contract he signed.
And so Washington again turning it over. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Beal.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage, and it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Beal against Waiters. Here's Kuzma. They get it again. Howard kicks to Kuzma. Pass to Cook. Waiters against Beal. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Kuzma. And again, Los Angeles with the triple. And with Wall, no doubt he's a star guard. But with that contract break comes heavy expectations.
No doubt. And I'd like to see Wall become more proactive, really as a playmaker on offense in the near future. Depending on how he feels after the injuries, he might need to change his style just a bit.
Beal's shot is good.
No one better to answer with the 3 ball than Mr. Bradley Beal.
Here's Waiters. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession.
And a moment now to check out the numbers for Beal. He's averaging 28 points, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds. He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
And so much of it, to me, is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants.
Yeah, but just the second turnover of the game. I mean, overall, pretty meticulous offensively.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Mahimi's checked in for Mo Wagner. And it's Bertanis in for Hachimura. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Brown wide open, he fires. Good, it's Beal picking up the assist. Brown's got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter, beautiful.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation. Napier, he's checked in for the Wizards. To the inside, Bertanis, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Doris, you played, you've coached, you've broadcast, you've done it all in this business. How did you like to be coached when you were a player at the very top of your game?
Yeah, I think one of my favorite things were coaches who challenged me, those who would not allow me to accept the level I was currently at, those who wanted to push me and extend and expand my game. Listen, every player wants to be respected. Every player wants to feel valued. But the great ones to me, the LeBron James, the Kevin Durants, they want to be coached hard. They want you to push them to the greatest possible level they're capable of.
That's great insight. So it's the Wizards now, after the basket by the Lakers. Passes it to Beal. Mahimi trying to get open, and the shot goes in. And now, 24 points for Bradley Beal.
If you let Bradley Beal get cooking, you could turn the lights out. This guy is rolling right now.
Howard kicks to Morris, pass to Waiters. Whistle blows, basket is good, so a chance here for a three-point play.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Free throw, good. Waiters. You know, Doris, you and I love history. And we were talking the other day, you and I, about Bill Russell and his 11 championship rings. You think anyone's ever going to break that record?
I think it'll be close to impossible, Kevin, and the reason is, number one, there were so many fewer teams back then for Bill Russell, in no way diminishing the greatness of one of the game changers, both between the lines and outside the lines. Bill Russell will always be an historic figure, but it's very tough to compare eras. There's now 30 teams, nutrition, conditioning, coaching. There's just so much more information in the current era.
And there it is for him.
Oh, slicing into the lane. Nice take by Bradley Beal.
And there's the pass to Kuzma. He kicks to Morris. Shoots over Brown. Beal pulls it in. And so it's Beal. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Brown outside. Another one falls for Washington.
Boy, that's as wide open as you're going to get. The defense needs to lock in and be better than that.
Back to Morris. It's stolen by Mahimi. Beal dishes to Napier. Misses from close range.
Well, that's a case where a guy's trying to make a play, trying to take it up strong, but the defense was ready.
Raiders against Beal. Beal with the steal. Pushing it up. Here's Napier. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist. Beal's got 5 assists tonight for Los Angeles. They've gotten 8 of their 11 shots to drop since the break. A great third quarter for them offensively. Here is Cook. Napier covering. Cook, good.
Boy, that's a backbreaker. Takes it right into the rim and extends their lead.
You want to make sure your opponent knows they have absolutely zero chance of a comeback, and nice finish by him.
Lets a floater go. Good, nice play there from Napier. Napier's got 6 points.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Here is Cook. Kicks it to Howard. Here is Cook. Napier covering. Kuzma. No good on the three. Washington's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Raiders against Brown. Pass to Napier. Passes to Bertans. 5 on the clock. Connects from three-point range. Bertans got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, he needs to take a lot more shots. He's been efficient, trying to get his teammates involved, but it's time for him to step up.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Morris. Here's Cook. It's deflected. Beal against Waiters. Knocked loose from the high post. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Los Angeles with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Wizards trail by 21. We've got Cook. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Morris. Then there's Deion Waiters. And it's Howard in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Waiters for 3. Rebounded by the Wizards, but they'll get another chance.
Come on, box him out, man.
Kuzma outside. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket. So it's Washington now. Smith the pass to Bertans. Replay is always a good topic to talk about. Any changes, Doris, you'd like to see in the system or in the process?
Well, one of the beautiful things you have in the league is the opportunity in both Summer League and then also in your development league is the opportunity to put things in place. For instance, a coach's challenge has been experimented with at both of those different levels. And now the coach's challenge will be adopted and employed in the NBA. So I'm anxious to see how that plays out.
Kuzma can't get it to go. Wizards trail by 18. Right side Wall. It's tipped, and he's able to get it back. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
At 6'4", he's got incredible shoulders, great frame to put some second chance points on the board. Beautiful.
Well, it has been a long road back from injury for John Wall, Greg. The heel issue followed by the Achilles tear.
And you just hope that Wall can make a full recovery and get back to the player he once was. Provides so much with his speed and playmaking as well as scoring.
Pass to Hachimura. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got 5 assists in the game.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Cook, the pass to Kuzma. Here's Morris. Got a hand on it. Smith outside. Here's the teardrop, and it's good on the lay-in.
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
There's the pass to Howard. Over Wagner from down low. Morris kicks to Waiters. 6 to shoot. It's stolen by Smith. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. Now, what a run for this group.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Pass to Bertans. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
Timeout. The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Timeout called the Lakers.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
And Los Angeles with some changes. Davis is checked in for Markieff Morris. LeBron comes in for Waiters. And it's Green in for Quinn Cook. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Frank Vogel talk to his team during the break. He told them, look, we're in a good spot. The one thing I want you guys to do, stay in the moment. Don't look ahead. Stay in the moment and compete. Kevin, we'll see if they can keep focused.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Good on the second free throw.
You have to love the leadership of LeBron James. Is he demanding of his teammates? Absolutely. But they can take it because he demands more from himself.
It's Wall with the drive.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
That's his first personal foul. At the line for the Wizards, John Wall. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And Washington making a change here. Brown's checked in.
You know, I've heard John Wall call himself the best two-way point guard in the NBA. He is a tremendous shot blocker from the position. There's a lot of competition, though, at that spot.
Knocked away. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Brown with it, picked up by Davis. It counts, and the foul. That's on LeBron James.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
And, Greg, they found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
That free throw good from Brown.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
James in the post. He's against Smith. Pulls it from the elbow. And LeBron with the basket, the assist by Howard. LeBron's got 24.
Kevin, the defender is draped all over him, doing his job. And LeBron James says, it's like you're not even there, my friend.
Here's Wall. Banked in off the glass.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Kuzma outside. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles.
No shot.
Davis down low. Good. He's now got 10 of 10 from the field.
If there's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA, Davis has got to be right at the top. When he gets his hands on the ball down low, you might as well just count it.
Washington calls timeout.
And no doubt, Coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
The finish, and LeBron throws it down hard.
LeBron James, ever the showman, with an exceptional slam there. One of the best dunkers in the history of the game.
And it's Wall with the ball for the Washington Wizards, trailing here by 8. Passes it to Beal. Here's Wagner. Brown finds Beal. 6 on the shot clock, and it's sent back by Howard. The drive by James, and James throws it down.
You can see it in LeBron's eyes. He will not be denied on that drive.
Wizards trail by 10. And here is Beal. On the wing, Brown. Over LeBron, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. The Lakers on D. Clock at 6. Beal up top. He's guarded by Howard. Beal's shot is good.
Good defense, better offense. Beal is unfazed.
Feeds it to Davis. Up and in on the layup. Davis has got 23 points.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
James against Brown, and that one is good. And now a 12-point Los Angeles lead.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Kept alive, and it's Davis finishing it off.
You're just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them.
And it's Wall in the corner. Good, and it's Beal picking up the assist.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Beal against James. Here's Green. Back to LeBron. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Washington ball.
And the Wizards are going with a whole new group out there now. 46 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Smith with it. Rebounded by Howard.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
LeBron against Smith. Inside. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question, Greg. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
James left side. And So it's the Lakers taking care of business here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, were you satisfied with the team's performance tonight?
We got a very good team, but in order for us to continue to improve, we have to go out and we have to defend, we have to play for one another, and we have to be selfless. You know, it's not about the individual, it's about the team, and if we all give in to what the team needs to do to be better, then we'll be okay.
It is a work in progress, LeBron. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. So long, everyone.